Hi, my name is Dylan. This is my road to recovery.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Lawrence County Recovery's My Road to Recovery, and this is going to be a special one here. And not, Dylan, don't take it personally, but because Donna's on the broadcast this time. So, but Donna's going to join us here, Kat, and of course, Dylan. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah.
Kat, I'll let you and Donna take it away here.
Well, Dylan, what can I say?
I heard some of it in the office. It was pretty good.
We did some math, and it's been about 8 years ago.
Yeah.
We was at a different agency working, and this gentleman comes through the doors needing treatment. And he gave us a run for our money. He really did. But it was well worth everything.
When you say run for your money, what do you mean? Give me a look.
Well,
give the
you just
people at
never
home a little
know.
bit of the
Okay, so
details there.
In residential, you can't have cell phones. Well, there ain't one man didn't have 3. So you got to find their cell phones. Then they'll do anything to try to 5 cell phones.
5?
Yes. So just little things like that. Like they would
Lord.
know what the rules are, and they would do anything but that. And I was like, man, this was a brand new residential center we opened, so we were just kind of learning the ropes ourselves. And Donna was brand new to the position of running that treatment center, and so she was like, oh my goodness, like what am I going to do? They were kind of rough in that manner.
They
And
probably run you ragged, didn't they?
They did. They absolutely taught me a lot. Let me tell you, I came straight from foster care. I worked in foster care for almost 20 years and went right into residential treatment with men. And Dylan was one of my very first
With
clients
5
that we had
phones.
there. With 5 phones.
5 phones, yeah, usually. I mean, it's always something.
It was
I mean,
an experience.
It was a good experience. There were several really, really good folks that went through that program in its inception, and a lot of them stayed sober. But then we kind of looked at it realistically, and several have died of drug overdoses since then. We sat back there and we could count just 5 within the group that he was in that has passed away due to substance use.
Yeah, and before Dylan tells his story, like we always say, like there's, some of our favorite recovery stories. This one right here is mine.
Yeah.
One of my
It
very
is.
favorites.
that's
So
awesome.
I can't wait for him to tell his story
Yeah, I
and everybody
wanna
to get to
hear
hear
it for
it.
sure.
So
Well, seeing him on Facebook, I'm always on Facebook looking, and you see people that you've known for years or haven't seen, and I've loved following him and just watching him grow and have things in his life that he never thought he could have. It's been amazing. Tell us a little bit about your story, Dylan.
So in 2018, I had overdosed every day of the week, like every day of the week, and I kind of got sick of it. Like I was riding around with my mom, and I passed this place, and they were actually closing their doors, and I told this lady, I said, look, if you do not get me help, I'm going to die. And she said, I can't do nothing for you. And I just pleaded with her. So she had got a hold of Bud Lytle, and they found me a bed at King's Daughters Medical. And I think I stayed there for the maximum amount of days. It might have been 6 or 7. And I didn't sleep the whole time. They tried to knock me out with every medication possible. Ambien, like I was hallucinating. It was rough stuff. And on the last day there, they had sent one of their I don't know if it's a residential aide to pick me up, and I'm like, pick me up, I'm going home,
Little did you know, huh?
Yeah, well, Bud Lytle had set it up behind my back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? I'm not going to rehab. Like, I'm good. Like, I was still sick, and they was like, well, we promise you, we'll get you Suboxone or something when you get there. So I get there, and they're like, well, we don't do that here. We don't offer that here. So I ended up being sick for like 27 days straight, just
That's
awake the whole time.
Was you just on
And,
heroin at that time, fentanyl? Was that your primary drug of choice?
Yeah, well, that, and then once I got that, I would smoke crack.
Whatever you could
and,
get your hands on after that.
6 of one, half dozen of
Yeah,
the other at that point, right?
yeah, I would just pretty much do anything after I got the fentanyl.
Yeah.
And then I got there, and it was like the 27th day. It was like I went to bed, and I was pretty much good after that for a little while, and then had a few incidents in there.
It's
you
hard,
know.
isn't it? Whenever, because you've never been to treatment like that before, have you?
No, it was my first time, and that was of 13 years of use, with only maybe a day in between sobriety.
So you
know,
hadn't marked up any days
I-
of sobriety up until that point.
oh,
You
no.
get to King's Daughters to detox, gets a little better, and then about the 27th, 20th day, you wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, like I want to live today.
Yeah.
Like I can stand up on my own
Yeah,
2 feet today. Like I can do
and
this.
It's like everybody was complaining about doing packets and this and that, and I'm like, give me the packet,
Yeah.
give me what I got to do. And then I made it all the way to residential, and a guy had made some Kool-Aid, and I drank the Kool-Aid, and there was codeine cough syrup in it. So I went and told on myself and got kicked out, went back home and overdosed, and
Again, how long was you home before you overdosed again?
just a day.
Yeah,
just
not
a
even
day.
24 hours.
And then I came back to Riverside for a day, and I was like, dude, I was embarrassed. I was like, I am not doing this again. I'm not going through all this stuff. I'm gonna just go home. I'm gonna do right, and I've done right ever since.
Since then. It takes those initial overdoses, though, in order to slow us down. Have you had any criminal justice issues?
No, just my license, like the SR22 bond thing.
I ask because it's very rare that
Nothing.
you see somebody that had
Oh,
been,
yeah.
that far out and didn't get in any trouble with the, with the criminal justice system
No.
at all. That was
Somebody was
amazing
looking
to
out
me.
for you,
Yeah.
young man.
Yeah,
There's
I was just good at what I did, and
The sneaky snake.
Yeah.
The sneaky snake.
yeah, pretty much. And I had a system down to where I could get my fix of 3 grams of fentanyl for the day, and
3 grams. That's a lot.
3
Yeah,
grams.
I
It
was-
is. It's quite a bit. I mean, it is. Do you
Yeah.
have kids up to this point? Tell us about like your home life. Do you have
yeah,
children?
like I get my daughter every 3rd weekend now. I went to court, and I get her every 3rd weekend now. And my previous relationship, I still get to see the girls from that, and just get to.
How does it feel to be welcomed and invited in? Because I know when we're out there using and doing the things we do, not a lot of people want to be around us. Not a lot of folks, call on us, hey, come over and chit chat, or will even allow you to see their kids.
Oh, I definitely wouldn't be allowed in $1 million homes like I am now today, like doing plumbing work and stuff like that. And,
When you were in treatment with some pretty strong guys too. So that was a very
Yeah,
good
it
group
was
of
a
gentlemen that went
brotherhood.
through there. It was. And you guys kind of looked out for one another, and you guys really, really tried to help one another as much as possible.
Oh, for
There
sure.
were some folks in there that, if you've seen them walking down the street, would not be probably the person that you sat beside of, because you'd probably be thinking, oh my gosh, they're
Yeah.
probably this vast criminal, when they're the nicest people you ever meet in your life.
Yeah, you would not think that me and Chuck would be like a duo, because he was like Aryan swastikas and stuff
Tattooed
like
from
that,
head to toe.
Really?
all over him. And whenever I first met him, we were both sick, and like I didn't have no cigarettes. I smoked cigarettes at the time, and he was like, here's a cigarette, it'll kind of calm you down. And like on his deathbed, he actually wrote me a message and told me, I can't do that.
Guys, it's hard, and
all right.
whenever you talk about Chuck, it always gets us all like that. This was a gentleman that really, I think he taught Donna more about addiction than any of the classes that she had taken.
Yeah.
This gentleman, I mean, he had spent a lot of time in prison. He'd been around the block and back, and he had the biggest heart of anyone I know.
He did.
I'll never forget watching these guys at Christmas. Remember, we did this big Christmas thing, and they went and got angels off the trees, and they had to go buy these kids as things and come in and wrap them, get them ready so we could send them for so these kids could have a Christmas. It was a magical thing that happened during that time, and he touched a lot of lives.
Sure did.
Obviously, I mean, he touched yours.
Absolutely.
He was an amazing person, wasn't he?
Yep, he definitely was.
And that's although that's a good emotion to have, to remember somebody that way, that you're moved emotionally that way, or versus saying, yeah, he was a good dude, but when you bring up a subject like that or a person like that, and you can't get it out, that means they touched your life to
for
some
sure.
degree.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That group that Dylan was in with, we lost 2 of them that were in long-term recovery.
They were sober.
So they lost their lives as a result of drug use, but they were not using at the time. Chuck was in the hospital at WVU for months. So we would all take turns going up there and seeing him and stuff. But he wrote us all similar messages, and we made some promises to Chuck. So
Yeah.
we haven't forgotten them
looks
either.
like you're
so.
all abiding by those
Yeah.
promises
Yeah.
too.
It was
Yeah.
pretty awesome. We always like to, when they'd say, I want to die with the disease, not from the disease.
Right.
And they got the opportunity to.
Yep.
So how's life now, buddy? Before we let you get out of here,
Oh,
what's a day in the life like with Dylan right now?
Oh, it's great.
That's
Riding
awesome.
on my Harley.
2 of them. He's
Just-
got 2 of
Hey,
them.
I ain't got a Harley. What the
Doing-
hell? Come on, dude.
Doing whatever I want.
Yeah.
Scrolling on the Facebook dating app.
Oh, attaboy. With one of those 5 phones.
Right.
For
So
sure.
He's got a flip phone, a government phone, the real phone,
That's
the phone the first
hysterical.
girlfriend got him,
That
and the
is
one mom and
funny
dad.
stuff.
Yeah.
The one that's under the dryer, the one that's under the kitchen sink, the one that's in the
That's
secret pocket in
funny.
the closet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you do electrical, plumbing work, electrical work?
And painting, yeah.
Oh, good. Well, I need to get your number before we
So just
leave.
all kinds
Yeah.
I don't
for
have
sure.
$1 million house you can come in, but I got a little house
It's-
I have
hey,
in.
the price stays the same.
Come on.
I'll tell you
Help a
what,
brother
though.
out.
Yeah, but seeing Dylan that very first day, you don't. There's a lot of them that just really touch you. And I don't know why. I remember the very first day Dylan came in, but I remember he had his basket. He was wearing his red sweatpants. I'll never forget his red
Yeah.
sweatpants. But seeing that Dylan and seeing this Dylan today, this is why we do what we do.
Absolutely.
And he's had some tremendous losses over the last 8 years, and to stay, clean
Stay
and
the
sober
course.
and stay the course.
That's
like
when it
we
gets
are so
tough too.
proud
I
of Dylan.
can imagine.
So
And a
proud
lot
of
of times I remember I would look for a reason.
Yeah.
Just anything. Hell, it could be the most minute thing. Before
Yeah.
I ever did it for the last time.
Yeah.
Well, my God, the Falcons lost last night. I
I
might as
better
well
go.
do a bump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just excuses. To
Exactly.
get high.
Yeah.
But congratulations, dude. 8 years. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Proud of him.
I'll be
Proud.
calling you about some plumbing.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great day. We appreciate you coming on, Dylan.
Appreciate
All
it.
right, thank you so much for coming in,
Thank you.
guys. Yell at us if you need anything at all. Y'all have a great day. Thanks, buddy. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If you find yourself in a situation like any of the people that we have on the podcast, please know that you do not have to continue living this way. There are people out there that care. There are people out there that will provide transportation. You can medically detox. You don't have to be sick, and you don't have to hide in the shame and the remorse anymore. There are people that will honestly help you, love you, until you can love yourself again. Please reach out Facebook, our phone numbers. You don't necessarily have to come to Lawrence County Recovery, but we will provide you with linkage to any resource that you need.